everyone, it's Red Phoenix, and I'd like to welcome you to my first Q&A. But before we begin, I'd like to give a shout out to my 194 subscribers. Yay! Thank you for joining me, and I hope that you enjoy this next video. I'd also like to give thanks to Lemonlark. She's the artist who creates my avatar, and Little Red. She's the one who creates the videos. And Juanita asks, how do you pick your characters' names? Character names are really important to me, and I usually just close my eyes and let the characters tell me what their name is. But for my BDSM characters, I also research their heritage and find a title for them that describes their character. I think it's really important, and I want my readers to remember that name. Names are like a stamp on the soul, and I think they're extremely important. They tell you who the person is, and when you think back on the story, you remember that name because it meant something. Crystal posted, if you could be someone different, anyone in the world for a day, who would you pick and why? I think I would pick a dancer. I am a klutz. I try really hard to be graceful, but I am not. And I would love to know what it feels like to express in my body the sound of music. I find it so beautiful to watch, and I long to be able to do that myself, even though it is a humorous interpretation of what I mean in my movements. If you saw me dance, you know what I'm talking about. Kimberly asked, if you could be any one of your characters for a day, who would it be and why? Male or female? Well, I think, honestly, if I could be one character, I would be any submissive on their first day of training at the Submissive Training Center. I can't imagine the excitement, the anxiousness, and the eye-opening excitement of knowing or experiencing the best of the best, teaching you what your own desires really are. Because, sometimes we're not honest with ourselves, and it takes someone else to kind of show us and guide us to our real selves and to be daring, because we all want to be modest and, well, not all of us, but some of us want to be modest and not too lustful. But the fact is, we are who we are, and to have someone point you towards who you are and be honest with yourself is a beautiful thing. And so, yeah, I'd love to be a submissive at the training center. Okay, Rose asked, what drew you to writing erotica, and do you write your books from personal experience? We already know that, I try and experience as much as I can. But Rose, the reason that I started erotica was that I love the idea of being able to share with people the entire relationship. If you're in love with somebody and you have a close relationship, it's more than the romantic side. There's also a physical side to it. But it's the combination. And by writing erotica, I can talk about both sides and explain the depth of their relationship. And I absolutely love it. And I love it because I don't have to use flowery words to describe what I'm trying to describe, It's just, yeah, this is what we're doing, and we're loving it, and it's great, and we care about each other, or we're really getting it on. I don't know. It's just fun. I love erotica. Melissa asked, if you win the lottery, would you take the cash or yearly payment plan? What would you do with your winnings? Well, I don't know if I have tomorrow, so I would just totally go for the cash. I would definitely give a lot to charity, and I wouldn't just give it to one. I'd spread it out, spread the love. I would want to have some epic fan parties, and I would love to travel. Those are really, like, if I could do those things, I would feel I had accomplished enough. Like, that would be awesome. Brandy asked, if you could spend the day just talking to one person, living or deceased, who would it be, and what would your first question to them be? Well, that's a tough one. But, I think I'd have to go with Cyndi Lauper. She's a musician, if you are not familiar with her. And instead of asking a question, I think I'd just tell her that I think she's really cool. I love her work. Robin posted, if any of your books were made into a movie, would it be made for HBO or the big screen? Would you cast yourself as one of the characters? And if so, who would you play and why? It has been my biggest dream since I started writing Bree for her to be an HBO series. I honestly believe the training center is the perfect environment, and there have been some phenomenal series out there. So I believe that somebody could do a great job with my characters, and they could just play off that whole training center environment. As far as me playing a character, heck no. No, I'll just stand on the sidelines and watch and clap. So Liz asked, if you could be a character from any book for the day, who would you be and why? This is kind of cheating because somebody already asked this, but I wanted to add another book. It would be Blissfully Undone. And the reason I would want to do it, I would love to live out that day, because I would love to be snowed in with Dan. He's so creative. It would be yummy. Becky asked, how long have you and Mr. Red been married? Aw, thanks for asking. Yeah, we've been married for 24 years. Well, almost 24. It's really close. So yeah, it's been a long time. We're completely monogamous. I love that man more than anything. And he's given me 3 incredible kids, so I couldn't be luckier. Pat asked, how many children do you and Mr. Ed have and their ages? I'm not going to go with ages specific, but we have 3, and they're all 18 or older. And a few of them look like their daddy, and one of them looks a little like me. And I think that they all have my smile. I love them so much. Jan asked, how do you decide which signings to attend? I would love to see you come east for one. Well, things have become a little tighter in the indie world, and so my budget isn't as open as it once was. So I had to be really thoughtful about the places that I go. My heart is to visit different places so that as many of my fans can see me. And starting this year, I'm pretty much limiting myself to 1 conference a year. This time it'll be in Vegas, but I absolutely want to do a conference in the East, and hopefully next year I can make that happen. I hope you enjoy it and have a beautiful day.